Gardens, and today I'm going to be filming my lab practicum. I will be talking about my seeding processes with Arugula, Erica sativia, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Arugula. It is mainly grown for its edible leaves, which contain calcium, iron, vitamins A, C, and K. Originally it was grown in Europe, but because of its nutty, peppery, flavorful leaves, became widely known around the world. So I wanted to do my filming and see how this goes. The soil I actually purchased today because I'm new to gardening. I decided to go out and gather a potting soil mix from a local nursery here. And it is called Smart Naturals, and it is a potting soil made from earthworm castings and bat droppings. It says it's going to bring my plants to life. Anyway, so this is exciting. So I'm going to take my potting soil. Right now I'm going to open it up. Now this potting soil is a little dry, so I have a bucket behind me which I'm going to use to add a little bit of water to it to dampen it. In my textbook, Herb 101, it said that we should dampen our potting soil just a little bit. And I also have these that I'm going to add a little bit of the soil to, and then add my seeds to it. So let's go ahead and wet some of the soil down. That'll be good enough to start with. I'm going to spray it. My first time gardening, so pretty confident about doing this. Alright, so I've got my potting soil to a nice consistency. I'll let you see it here. Not too wet. Seems to be pretty good. Not too dry, a little moist. Alright, so now I'm going to take and scoop it into these trays. Reading in the trays, I know we want to mash it down just a little. So I'm going to fill these up. I do know we want to mash these down just a little, not too much. That one needs a little more in it. Alright, so I was reading online where there's one guy who when he was planting his arugula, he used what was called a thumb method, where he took his thumb and he put his dirt in his containers like I'm doing, and then he took his thumb and he used what he called just lightly pushing the soil down. He said you didn't want to pack it too much, he said, because you want to make sure the roots get a nice firm start. And so he used each thumb, and he went in and he did what was called thumb pressing, just to get the soil to pack in there. He said you didn't want to have the corners exposed. So when you do your seeding, the seeds actually don't get caught in the corners. But I have nails, so having a little bit of a challenge. So I'm gonna do more of a finger press. All right, so there's my soil. I'll wash my hands off. Now I'm gonna take my seeds and I'm not gonna sow all of them. I'm just gonna sow a few because I want to save some for later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sow 2 at a time. And there's a bunch of different ways that I saw people do this. I saw some people who would just mix the seeds together and just throw them in. Because I did a lot of research before doing this, and I wanted to make sure that I did it right, because I've never done this before. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the guy who did the thumb pressing. I liked the way he did it, because he was saving his seeds and he was doing other things with them. But what he did was he put 2 seeds in his mix. He said it was okay if you got more than 2 seeds in. He said you should drop them right on top of the soil right there. Mine are sticking to my finger. Well, we'll see, he doesn't want to plant. So you just drop 2 seeds in each little container. He said it was okay if more than 2 seeds fell in. And I'm going to put the rest of them back in my pouch and save. Alright, and then he said take the soil. Take this out of the bag and then just cover the tops. Just like that. He said do not pack this down. He said whatever you do, don't pack it down, just cover the seeds like that. I'm not packing it, I'm just making sure the tray fills up. And then he said now I'm going to take the my spray bottle, and I'm going to lightly spray the tops. So I'll lightly mist the tops. And there we have it. Arugula Erica sativa. So I have popsicle sticks that I'm going to mark these with, and I'm going to sit in the sun and watch them grow. Thanks for joining me for my lab practicum.